Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back with a bang. And we start season 2 of Voice Off with Arsenal versus Chelsea. On my left, we've got Jaden, true Chelsea fan. On my right, we've got a crowd favourite. Got Lippy here.
Crowd favourite will change today.
Crowd favourite will change. We'll see about that. Obviously, the Community Shield. We'll start off with you. I mean, Chelsea looking strong in the transfer market after a slow start to the season. Morata, Bakayoko. What do you think about Sold Matic today? What do you think about your club going to the season?
Like Bakayoko coming in, I don't really. Matic was a good player for us. I'm not going to be one of those Chelsea fans that say he was shit, this and that. But Bakayoko, he's got a good track record. Morata, everybody knows about Morata, and Rudiger. I didn't really know too much about him because I don't really pay too much attention to the Italian league. But after Premier, it's the real deal. So I don't know what Arsenal have got in their locker apart from 5'5" Lacazette, but.
Certified gunman Lippy.
Finally. Leng, man. What are you telling me?
Finally.
We're there, man.
Gunners, but you don't shoot no shots.
You don't shoot no shots? When you came Emirates, you saw shots, rude boy.
You saw shots 2 weeks ago.
Shots
We were the Gunners.
So what cup did you win in that fixture? Cause the fixture before that, silverware, my dog. You see me?
Premier League.
Real shots.
Premier League.
Yeah, you got that. You got that.
That's silverware.
We fell off.
And when did you last lift that?
Okay. It's been a while, innit? It's been a while, but you see it. It's the way it goes. You're still a little man in this thing. You see me? When I'm an older brother, I'm the oldest sibling in my family. My little brothers, they're 19 now. They're starting to do things. Chelsea are starting to do things. So there comes a time in the older sibling's life when the younger sibling starts to elevate.
But you know when the younger sibling achieves more in a short period of time.
This is due to the older sibling's influence.
So the older sibling was influential more than 10 years ago. But now he brings little change home.
We back.
And the younger sibling brings home the real change.
Listen, the league.
We're the real breadwinners.
Nah, listen. The league, we fell off due to other factors, yeah? When it came to us and our little brothers, for that tournament, we saw what happened. We had a poor season. You had a wicked season. I'll give you that all day. But your little brothers, man, and it's the realness.
Whatever you want to call it, the little brother has brought home a Champions League, and the big brother hasn't done that.
But when the bigger brother was in his bedroom beating gal, the little brother was in his bedroom wanking.
Okay, but the little brother paid for his mortgage, and the older brother didn't do nothing.
But the older brother's baby
FA
mum,
Cups, Champions League.
The older brother's living with his baby mum right now. It ain't really worked out.
And the little brother's married. The little brother's married.
But she ain't
paid
trying
off his
to
mortgage.
free up the womb to give the little brother a youth, because he's a little man. It's simple as that.
12 months ago, same fixture, Arsenal versus Chelsea, Community Shield. Day one, obviously.
They won.
How much do you think it impacts going into the new season? You got United fans that make such a big deal about it, adding it to their trophies. What do you think about the community? Is it anything to you?
Last season we lost, obviously, Ox, but we still won the league. So you know what I mean? Like it's a competitive game. Arsenal versus Chelsea, rivals and stuff, but. To me, it don't impact on what happens in the Premier League, what happens in the Champions. You ain't in the Champions League, but it doesn't matter what happens in.
I just want to say one thing.
Say it.
Who played in the Community Shield last season?
What do you mean?
United and Leicester played in the Community Shield last season. When we beat them in the Community Shield, you lot went on to finish 10th. So the Community Shield,
we finished 10th, but we've won the Prem.
Yeah, but when we beat
last time you won it, my little sister wasn't born yet. She's 11 now. She turned 11 July 7th. She's grown up. Arsenal haven't won anything influential.
My mother is, I'm not gonna say her exact age, but she's my mother. Arsenal ain't finished 10th in her lifetime. I'm 25. Chelsea finished 10th in my lifetime. And I wouldn't even be surprised if it's more than once.
Do you know what? I was disappointed when we finished 10th. Fine, like all my friends were grilling me. But next season we bounced back, won it. We've won it twice in 3 years. In the last 10 to 15 years, tell me how many times you've won it.
15 years, I think we've won it once in 15
Once.
years. I'll be
Once.
honest.
One time. And
When
he calls us the little brothers. Anyway.
But like I said, when we did what you lot did last year, the last time we did it, we did it flawlessly. There was no else.
Let me tell you what we've done that you haven't done.
Tell me.
Bring home the Champions League.
That's true.
And we brought home the Europa. Obviously, you know, Europa's a European, trophy, but I don't rate it as much as Champions League, but we've done it. Do you know what I mean? So
Okay, fair enough. We've both gone on the clubs. I mean, you got the big game coming up, but arguably two of your best players might not be on the pitch. Hazard out with an injury, Sanchez with a flu. I mean, given that, how do you think your team is going to line up without two of the top players in the Premiership?
I feel like Hazard's a very influential player, but seeing as he's not there, we've got other players that could, slip into that role. We've got Willian, even though Willian, I wouldn't say he's not a good player, but he's not on Hazard's level. I feel like Willian could still do enough to punish Arsenal.
What do you think, Lippy?
David Luiz, for some reason, I don't even know why, has already come out singing Lacazette's praises, and I think that says it all. Lacazette hasn't said anything about him or Bakayoko, who he played in the French league with last season. So I think that says a lot. When we were on form, obviously Chelsea were off form, but we gave it to them, and I think the way we gave it to you was a lot more convincing than the way you gave it to us. Firstly, there was an assault on Bellerin in the first half for you lot's first goal. Marcus Alonso doing UFC shit in the shit I don't understand, but
when you beat us, it was before our formation change. Since our formation change, we did quite a bit. So obviously now it's a bit different.
I'll be honest. When we came Chelsea, I think we did have the three at the back then. I'll be honest. I think we did have the new shape,
but we played it better. That's the big brother against the little brother.
Nah, man, it's not that. I'm sure when Wenger won that unbeatable season, I think Conte was actually playing football somewhere.
I mean, speaking of Wenger and Conte, what do you think about Wenger? I mean, there's a lot, going on Arsenal Fan TV, and everybody was talking about Wenger out. Do you think the club has made a right decision staying on with their manager?
I couldn't really tell you because, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but from the outside looking in, I feel like Wenger's a good manager, but he's not a good manager for Arsenal. So I don't know. I'm not an Arsenal fan. I couldn't really tell you all this Wenger in, Wenger out stuff. It doesn't have nothing to do with me because we've been winning trophies. But I don't know.
What do you think about not even Wenger's situation? Conte signed a new 3-year deal. Is it 2-year deal? Signed a new 2-year deal. Obviously, the club is looking to back him, and they believe he is a winner.
After last season, you've got to back him.
I had some Arsenal fans calling out for Allegri. Conte also coming from Juventus. Do you think right now that Conte is a superior manager to Wenger?
You can't say that. He's coming to a team with billions that were already doing well. I think when Wenger became the Arsenal boss, we were a small club, but we were nowhere near a big club. This Wenger guy came in. I think he showed the Premier League what foreign players could do, what these new tactics and diets and all them things they could do. So Wenger, he's a legend. Conte is a very good boss. He is. He's come in, he steadied the ship. Chelsea came 10th the season before. So for you to go on and win the league, I gotta give that to him. But you played 0 European football, not even Europa. That went in your favour.
I do understand that.
A lot. And I think that showed, as in when the teams that were in the Champions League, like us, started getting to the later rounds of the Champions League.
But there's been teams that have played. Man United, best example, they've been in the Champions League year after year, and they've won leagues.
But another time, you mentioned when you won the Champions League, you did that. Well done. But even that year, you I think you came 6th in the league. So it's like, maybe that's a right tactic. Maybe that's what Wenger lacks. I think that is what Wenger lacks. Wenger, he refuses to focus on one thing. Like, we'll be 4th in the league, 5-1 down on aggregate against Bayern. and in the FA Cup and will believe that we can win all three, Chelsea kind of will focus on one competition. But again, I think that says a lot as well. You don't. It's bigger brothers do bigger things. So it's bit us in the back the last decade, which is a long time. But the decade before that, for half of that decade, you lot were non-existent. So you've come in, you're making noise now, but where I think we'll bounce back. Like you lot last season, I know we have Europa, but we don't have Champions League. So a lot of our first team players, they're going to be fresh, they're going to be ready. So,
talking about first team, what do you think your starting 11 is going to be against Arsenal? And if you could, give me a prediction of the scoreline.
Scoreline 3-1. I've got my heart set on that 3-1. I feel like Community Shield, they have to do something for their fans. So that one goal, maybe Lacazette, just to keep the crowd happy. But Courtois, obviously. Then I don't know if Conte will bring Rudiger in, but I'm just gonna stick to the team that I trust.
Yeah.
Aspi, David Luiz, Cahill, Moses, Alonso. In the middle, I see Bakayoko, Conte. He might start with Fabregas, but I see Bakayoko. Them two in the middle. It's a bit of a dangerous mixture. Then Pedro's injured, so Morata's gonna be up top. William's gonna play. Batshuayi maybe on the left. Him and Morata, I'm not sure. Maybe Batshuayi will start up top. Morata on the left, I'm not sure. But I feel like that's a strong enough lineup for Arsenal, you know what I mean?
Lippy, what do you think? What do you think
It will be.
your team's going to be and the results of that fixture?
like I said, we played you lot pre-season with the youth. You lot weren't that convincing. We kind of went to sleep. At times, you capitalise with your first team against youths that I don't even think they've had Premiership appearances. So yeah, you got I think it was a 3-0, 3-1, whatever it was. You did that, but obviously Community Shield, you're gonna see our regular soldiers. So I say Czech, who obviously you lot know a lot about. I think the back three will be. I don't know about Mustafi's fitness, so I'm guessing he's alright because he's alright at the Confederation. So I say the back three will be Koscielny in the middle, Monreal to the left of him, and Koscielny and Mustafi to the right. I think the two central midfield players will be. No, it's not a tough one. That's just because you don't know. We're doing things in the transfer market. Like you lot have done things. We our business is still ongoing. So who knows who could be there? But let's just say we don't sign anyone else. We'll say it will be Xhaka and Ramsey. Ramsey, the last time we played against you lot in an official game, got a lovely goal that meant a lot.
Okay.
Xhaka, I think, was majestic in that performance.
But because Xhaka lacks composure in certain situations,
I know a lot of people say that. I don't know about you, my G, but like real guys have to do real things sometimes. Or sometimes you just have to braka, man. And that's how it goes. But Xhaka, he's composed. He's nice. He's a classy holding midfield player on the left of our midfield pivot. And I think, it'll be him and Ramsey. On the left-hand side, I think it'll be Kolasinac. Looked terrible against you lot, but it was... I think we played Benfica the other day. He was fantastic. I heard he was ill against Chelsea, which made a lot of sense because he was wow. But, yeah.
it could have just been the defensive three of Chelsea. It could have just been that.
It might have been that.
It gets a bit intimidating at times. I have to be
I don't
honest.
think so, but... Kolasinac will play. He's a beast. He's from Bosnia, one of them bad man countries there, so he'll do his thing. The two behind the new number 9 will be Sanchez and Mesut Ozil.
Are you sure about Sanchez though?
I'm sure about Sanchez.
Because I'm hearing a lot of speculation.
Listen, man, it's not no Costa thing, I see Costa wearing other club shirts.
But that's because the boss is ruthless and said to him, "You're not in our plans."
How ruthless can you be when a man he's the boss of Costa still? Costa's a Chelsea player. You wear next club shirts.
But
that's crazy, B.
It could have been out of spite.
It might have been, but you
Because
can't
you
do
don't
that.
you don't want to wake up to a text from your
But
manager
that is
saying,
the
"Listen,
difference
it's not
between
that."
Wenger and Conte. You can't do that to Wenger. You can't wear.
Wenger might be a bit too soft then, because
You can't wear a next man's shirt. You can't even look at Sanchez. He wants to leave right now. I'll tell you that for a fact. He wants to leave, but he's not gonna go He's gonna start against you lot in the
But
community shield.
that's his happiness, though.
He's
Do you feel
gonna
like-
score against you lot in the
That's
community
bold.
shield.
That's very bold.
He's gonna score against you lot in the Emirates.
But if he's not playing out of happiness,
like
you know, like keeping a player against their will, they're not gonna perform.
Shall I tell you what a South American is? If I put this bottle down in front of Alexis Sanchez, you'll start doing kick-ups with it. You probably lick it top bins over there. He wants to play, no matter who it's for.
But what if he doesn't want to play for Arsenal?
He wants to play. What's he going to do? Sit on the bench?
But you just said he wants to leave.
He does want to leave, but if the transfer window passes, he knows he can't leave. Leaving is out of the option. Playing is all he can do. He will play. He knows he will play. He knows he will score.
That's bold. Knowing
So-
you will score is
so
something bold.
What do you think? Arsenal going to win?
Yeah, I think we're gonna. You're saying 3-1.
Scrape it if they do.
Nah, it's not gonna be a scrape. I think the scoreline will flatter them. I think it'll be 2-1. I think we'll do all over Wembley, like in the finals of the FA Cup. I don't understand how Chelsea fans ever thought they were in that game. We scored within 10 minutes, I think, and
No, I have to. It was a disappointing game. It was, but on my defense, you know, just within the Premier League,
yeah, no, I'll give
you
them
can
that.
sit off a little bit. You know what I mean?
I'll give
Like,
them that, and I knew that. I knew we'd go Wembley. They'd party atmosphere. We just come fifth. That's all we had. If we didn't win that trophy, we didn't have fucking anything. But like I said, the little brothers there. They were there for the
Don't
beating.
call us the little
We're
brothers.
the little brothers.
We've
man.
brought home more bread than the big brothers. This back and forth thing. London's blue.
London is red.
You can't say that it's red. It's
Ladies
blue.
and gentlemen, as you can hear it from us, London's blue, London's red. And this weekend we'll find out what colour London truly is.